this stationing mat exercise is really important. If you just do it 5 minutes a day, it really helps to calm him down. And because we did this in my house, in my yard first, that's what enabled him to handle all the distractions out in public. So really important thing for you to keep doing with him. I always have him sit first and wait to be allowed to go on the mat. With your right hand, pat it, no, make sure that he waits. See, he really wants to go. Make sure that you deal with that anticipation where he's about to go, and he needs to really wait until you actually allow him. It's very important. See that, how he's waiting? Go to your mat, and then you walk with him over there and you say, down. And then if he goes down right away like that, he gets a reward. Good. Put it on the mat, and he's kind of hanging off the back of the mat, so I'm going to say, okay, okay. And then have him walk a little bit further and say down. There you go. Good. And you want to start out this exercise just by practicing walking around him. You walk around him, making sure he can accept you going behind him both ways like this, which of course he has no problem with now. But I want you to be able to do it as well. Always reward him from out here. It's like a clock. This is 12 o'clock. Wherever you go, you always come back here. You reward him from in front. Straight down like that. Good. He takes it off the mat. He doesn't touch your hand, just like you see him doing. Just like how he does the downstay out in public. You can, and this is a yard that's big. It's got different entrances. After you have practiced walking farther away and coming back. Good. Maybe going around like this. Farther away, a bigger, wider circle. And then coming back. Good. Then you can start going like leaving the yard. And if you're ever going to do something that it's difficult for him to handle, it's okay to remind him what you want him to keep doing. So before I go, I'm going to go in the house first, and you're going to show me go in that door. Before I go in there, I'm going to say down, just to remind him. And then, see, I'm going into this doorway here, leaving him alone in the yard. Coming back, he's going to get a reward. Good. And now, if he ever gets up, you say no. You pick up this leash. If he's just standing up, you say no, you pick up the leash, and you put your foot like that, he'll go back down. And then you continue on with the exercise. You don't reward him until he does something good again. You don't reward him after he's made a mistake. If he leaves the mat, you say no, and you go walk into him, and you do your left circle like this. He's going to be here. You put him back where you wanted him to go, where he was. Lift your left foot and he'll drop down. And then you continue the exercise. No rewards when he makes a mistake, only when he does it successfully. So now I'm going to walk out through this gate, down, 2 gates here, and then come back. Come back on this side. See how whatever side you go on, he'll flip around and even himself out. Good. So that time he touched my hand a little bit. You may have noticed that. So this is the way you want to do it. If you move slower, he'll slow down as well. Good. That's what you want. So any of these things, with any of the training, if you move slow first and do it really precisely, later on you can speed up with him. But he's such a jumpy, overactive dog that's so easily overstimulated. It's good that if you move slowly for a while, because he'll become whatever you are. So if you be calm when you handle him, he'll become calm. And if you're rushing things and you're making mistakes and he's anticipating and he's jumping up right before you release him, things like that, you'll have nothing. Because we're really after the byproduct of what this training does. It makes him calm, he stays calm, he's thinking, he's focused, he's doing it the right way. Good. Therefore, when he comes out of these training exercises, he still is calm. And you do it every day, and it gradually takes over his life. That's the concept. And so you can do this in your front room as well, your front living room. and you leave the house, you knock on the door, ring the doorbell, come back in. He does that really well also. But I think doing this in your yard, because he had such a problem with racing back and forth and fence fighting and things like that, barking at other dogs or barking at kids in the neighborhood, doing this exercise in your yard and doing these same things in your yard would really help a lot, because wherever you do this exercise, he starts to associate that area as the calm zone. And it will really help with any issues that he has in certain areas of your yard or your house. That's why we always practice at the front door, because most dogs have this problem with a stranger walking through the front door or a UPS guy, and they get all aggressive because they're guarding the front door. So if you do this in your front door, your front room, he'll also become a lot calmer in those situations as well. So to take him out of this, you just pick up the leash, stand back next to him, pat your leg and say, okay.